I call this the October 18th, 2022 meeting of the Lincoln County Board of Commissioners. Tonight, our invocation will be given by Tony Hardiman. Tony's the minister of Genesis Church. It is our privilege tonight for our Pledge of Allegiance will be given by Kason Spray. Kason is 9 years old, fourth grader at Unity, and he was born weighing only 2 pounds. He's a cancer survivor. He was diagnosed at the age of 2 with leukemia. Kason has a heart for serving others and wants to be a police officer when he's grown. He's the son of Jeremy Spray and Julie Spray and the grandson of Steve and Sherry Spray. If y'all would stand at this time for our
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for being so good to us, and we praise you so much for all the bountiful blessings you bestow upon us each and every day. Father, most of them go unnoticed, and we ask that you forgive us for that. Father, we have so much to thank you for. Father, we thank you so much for allowing us to live here in Lincoln County, one of the most beautiful places in all of your creation here we can call home, Father. I praise you so much for that. Father, we want to pause for just a moment and ask that you be with this meeting tonight. Father, I pray that each and every one of these elected officials will be men and women of integrity, Father. And I pray that you would be with them tonight as these items are discussed, whatever they may be. I pray for civility, Father. I pray that they would be discussed in a civil tone. And Father, I also pray for unity. I pray that we can get more done together than we can separate, Father. So please pour your blessings out upon this meeting tonight, in each and every person here, and each and every person that's represented here tonight. Father, bless them and their families. In your precious holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Kason. Thank you, Tony. This time, I already want to answer the roll call with your computer now.
Are you using it? Let me log in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are you working on logging in back there?
I'm in.
Okay. Corey's not here?
It's funny how I see all the money shut down.
Here.
Mine's I see that arm shut. What's the Halloween?
I have 21 commissioners present,
What do you want, Brad?
3 absent.
Yeah. Okay. Announcements, we've got some members of our Lincoln youth leadership. If y'all would stand up and introduce yourselves.
Gabriel Bush.
Okay? Okay?
Lauren Bowman. Greta Sutherland. Lily Barnes.
Two, Deuce.
Sorry, we both.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. I would entertain a motion for approval of the minutes from our September 20th meeting. Do we have a motion?
You have to use your tablets. Oh, there's no.
It's nothing.
Not there yet.
Yeah, how about it? Sorry.
If the youth leadership thinks that, we're just looking at it, we are. This is our first day with our new program for voting and carrying on the commission. Normally, we would do this just verbally on a lot of this, and occasionally we have roll call votes, but we have our new commissioners have a new computer, a tablet, and our commissioners that's been here a while, they have one that's a little older, new software that we've been doing. So we'll get it straightened out for a few months, but you might want to come back when we're in the real room for the big court room and everything working smooth. That's what's going on there.
So we're all in favor, say it again.
We have a motion, but we have not voted. We have a motion and a second. Okay. A motion and a second. All those in favor? Okay. Minutes have been approved. You should have received 11 monthly committee meeting minutes in your packet. I would entertain a motion acknowledging the receipt of those at this time. We'll do this in computer. We're gonna move on to the minutes. It's gonna be full of 600 minutes all night.
It's not loud enough in here.
It's not what?
We can't hear you good back here.
Okay.
Maybe we're hard to hear.
I don't know if this is working.
There's not a PA here.
Okay, I'll talk loud. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of acknowledgement? Yeah, the next one.
This one,
Okay, all in favor of acknowledging receiving those, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Our next item is consideration on looking at the number of committees that each commissioner have. There is the delinquent tax sale and the financial management committee can be considered as one, and we will consider that. So the only commissioners that are over the rule is Walker has 3 over, Ewan has 1 over, Mitchell has 1 over, and Bradford has 1 over. If you would, between now and our November meeting, consider which one of those you would like to give up. Let us know in the office and we'll get that out. There are some of the new commissioners, I think there's 2 that only have 1 committee. So we'll get those distributed maybe in November, but just let us know which one you want to give up on that. Any questions on that? Mr. Cunningham,
I have a comment, Mr. Chairman.
okay?
Not very happy about how this has been handled. You know, sending that information out to the public, saying that certain commissioners have violated the legislative body rules, especially when that information is almost all wrong. Who put this information together? Who did this? Well, before sending out misinformation like this, somebody should have kind of checked this thing out. You know, perhaps maybe the staff could have called and talked to a few people. I had no notice of this whatsoever, and one phone call could have cleared up a lot of that. And you look at that list, of course, you know, myself being on the financial management, that delinquent tax is the same committee, so I only had 4. I didn't have 5. And there were others that did that. But you get into Mark Mitchell's listed with 5 committees, but one of those is the chamber board. That's not a standing committee. That's not even one of our committees. So our rule wouldn't apply to that. So, you know, he would be fine on that. Kate Ewan's got that one extra she had is the what's that?
Sick leave.
The sick leave. You know, that's not a standing committee. You know, it's really maybe only one person out of all that, and you know, you appointed him to about 3 of those committees. So, you know, there's only one person, probably Mr. Walker, that may be one over, but you appointed him to 3 of those committees. So, you know, maybe a little research needs to be done on some of those things before we do that. But like I said, not very happy that you put all that information out when the large majority of those people were not in violation at all of the county legislative rules.
Okay. Any other comments? Questions? Okay. Next item is consideration for approval of proclamation honoring Claudia Donaldson. Ed? I agree that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a proclamation commemorating the life of Claudia May Taylor Donaldson. Whereas Claudia May Taylor Donaldson, a native of Fayetteville, was the only child of Jesse and Mary Lacey Taylor, born April 13, 1916. Whereas she received her early education in the public schools of Fayetteville and her Bachelor of Science degree at Tennessee State University in Nashville, and continued graduate studies at Alabama A&M University in Huntsville. Whereas in 1944 she married Dr. Latha Mitchell Donaldson, a prominent Fayetteville physician, surgeon, and hospital administrator. Whereas having no children of her own, educating children was extremely important to Claudia, having taught for 30 years in the Fayetteville and Lincoln County school systems until retiring in 1969. Whereas she also served as a dietitian for the Donaldson Hospital, which was founded by her husband and later became Donaldson Nursing Home. Whereas Claudia was baptized at an early age and was a lifelong member of St. Paul AME Church in Fayetteville. Dedicated to God, she was very committed to her church, serving as trustee, vice president of the Women's Missionary Society, the Laymen's Organization, and the Teaching Committee. Whereas Claudia was very active in the community, serving as a member of the Tennessee Retired Teaching Association, NAACP, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Advisory Board of First National Bank, Fayetteville Lincoln County Child Development Center, Lincoln Medical Center Auxiliary, Lincoln County Historical Society, Hammond's House, and R.F. Boyd Auxiliary at the Harry Medical Hospital. In addition, she was a volunteer hostess for the Fayetteville Lincoln County Museum and Civic Center. Whereas Claudia and her husband were well traveled, visiting many countries abroad. In addition, she enjoyed gardening, reading, refinishing furniture, and all types of needlework. Whereas Claudia May Taylor Donaldson departed this life on October 2, 2007, leaving behind family and friends to mourn her death. Now therefore be resolved by the authority vested in me as Lincoln County Mayor that we honor the life and service of Claudia May Taylor Donaldson as we celebrate women of Lincoln County by commemorating this remarkable woman and the many contributions she made to our community. Be it further resolved that this proclamation of respect and esteem be spread upon the minutes of the commission, and that a copy thereof be forwarded to her nephew, the Reverend Dr. Craig D. Pinders. This is dated October 6, 2022.
Okay, the reason on that date is we've already had the ceremony on it, and they have been delivered that proclamation In retrospect, I would entertain a motion that to approve this proclamation so it can be spread on the minutes of this commission. Okay? We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Sorry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Thank you. Our next item, consideration for reappointment of John Malone, Jeff Campbell, John Fitzsimmons, Bruce Smith, and Bob Jones to the E911 Committee. Those terms would expire November of 2026. What's the will of the commission on this item? Taylor makes the motion, seconded by Ewan. Any discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye. Any? Let's try it one more time. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Our next one is consideration for approval of the interim contract between the city of Fayetteville and Lincoln County and the Humane Society to provide animal control on a temporary basis. What's the will of the commission on this item? Okay. While we're waiting on this, some of you may not have met Kevin Owens. Kevin, please stand up. Kevin is the new Fayetteville. Well, 7 months in one day. 7 months in one day. He has been the city administrator, and he has been most cooperative on this and several other issues that relate between the city and county. And Kevin, welcome to the Lincoln County Commission. And if you got any questions, Kevin's been kind of our lead man on this whole animal control deal. So I appreciate what you've done as for the county on this too. Do we have a motion and a second?
We do. A motion by Taylor. Sorry. Now we can have a motion by Haynes, make a motion, and Walker second. And next month we'll be able to do this too, so I apologize if this goes on over later, so. And so,
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor of approval, please say aye. Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. I think we're ready for Ms. Harris, Director of Planning Zoning, and I recognize it. The first item we've got on that, Ed, you want to, tell us kind of what's going on there?
Right, as far as the consideration for the approval of the rezoning on the Jack Daniels Brown Foreman, we've detected a procedural issue that we need to address. And basically, it's going to require that we just kind of start again. We might start back to planning, have another public hearing, and then come back to the commission. So just to make, this is a very important issue. We want to make sure it's done right. We have our I's dotted and T's crossed. So I recommended to the mayor that hopefully we'll have a motion to postpone this indefinitely, and then go back to planning, let it get cleaned up, and then come back to the commission.
Commissioner
well, no, we don't. So we're just skipping this item, correct?
No, we're not going to have a motion to delay.
Motion to delay still. So we can do that by,
Okay, do I have a second to postponement of that?
I second.
Okay, Commissioner Taylor makes a motion. Any discussion? Only one comment. Please review sunshine laws. That's all I'm saying. Not being a commissioner, you can until we get to new business. But in new business, you're welcome to if a commissioner will recognize you. Sir. The motion that we'll be voting on is to delay indefinite action on this. It will go back to planning and zoning and start the process all over, which would, if everything goes as anticipated, it would be December when the full commission voted on this item.
Oh, sorry.
All in favor of the delay in this particular one on the rezoning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Okay, now Ms. Harris.
Um, First up is the rezoning request for Tedna Eby. This is file number 2022-R8. We had a public hearing on this earlier this evening. No comments were generated, no concerns. Y'all should have my staff report in packets. I'll go through several reasons.
Yeah. I'm gonna just handle this verbally, if that's okay.
It is set rules of this.
Okay, all right. Do I have a motion for approval on that rezoning? Walker makes a motion, Commissioner Spray seconds it. Any questions on this particular item? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Ms. Harris?
File number 2022-R9 is a rezoning request of Bank of Lincoln County. And it is to rezone a certain parcel of land on Ardmore Highway for an unmanned ATM from A1 to C1. The purpose is, before you tonight, is for you to call for a public hearing at the November 15th meeting at 5:30. There's three more.
All the next ones, let's go. If it's no objection, we have full call for hearings. Any objection for Commissioner Sanders?
If you put them together, I need to abstain on the Bank of Lincoln County.
On this one, we'll separate it out then.
Okay.
Okay. I would entertain a motion for a call for public hearing on November 15th for the Lincoln County, Bank of Lincoln County request on rezoning. Commissioner Pryor makes a motion for acceptance. Commissioner Haynes seconds. Any questions or comments? We have an abstention, Commissioner Sanders. All others in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no.
I need to abstain on the Bank of Lincoln County too.
Okay. Commissioner Walker also abstains. And that's what, I'm sorry. Okay. Commissioner Mitchell abstains. Any other abstentions? We have 3 abstentions. Walker, Mitchell, and Sanders. All others were in favor. Okay? All right. Ms. Harris.
File number 2022-R10, this is a rezoning request of John Speck for property located at 307 John Hunter Highway in Elora. And this is to rezone it from A1 agriculture, forestry, rural residential to C1. Public hearing to be called November 15th. File number CR 2022-5. This is a zoning resolution amendment to amend Article 7, Section 7.030E, fees. And y'all should have my staff report explaining what all these are. This is also for public hearing for November 15th. And the last is file ZR 2022-6. This is a zoning resolution amendment for Article 2, section 2.090 buffer strips, also called for public hearing November 15th.
Do I hear a motion for those three items called for public hearing on November 15th? Okay, Mr. Spray makes a motion, Mr. Hewitt seconds. Any comments or questions? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Thank you, Ms. Marion. Ms. Carolyn Denton, we're ready for the Chamber of Commerce.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. October is the beginning of our new year with the Chamber, and we had our board retreat at Camp Blunt, which I highly recommend. The building is beautiful. And last night was our 55th annual membership banquet. Our incoming president is Aaron Mills with Edward Jones, and newly elected directors were recognized Mr. Jason Hambrick with Lincoln County Vending, John Malone with Elk River Media, and Mary Beth Seals with AJ Schindler Health. And these directors were all voted on by our membership. The banquet is also our traditional time to announce awards. For individual or official member of the year was Chancellor and Mrs. Jackie Cox. Nonprofit member of the year is Camp Blunt Historic Sign Association, and our business of the year was Pile of Rocks Farm. So we're really excited about all of those businesses being recognized, and they too were honored and nominated and voted on by our membership. Of course, the 30th annual Host Christmas Past is November 11th and 12th. Brochure should be ready in about a week, and we encourage everyone to download the brochure or pick up a copy because some of our events will only take place once during the festival, and you don't want to miss out on anything. The reindeer were a huge hit last year, and they're going to be back this year. And a couple of other things that are coming back that we didn't get to have because of COVID was storytelling with Jerry Mansfield and also Abraham Lincoln, and they will be in the circuit program. Our women of Lincoln County had a very nice ceremony on the bandstand a couple of weeks ago commemorating the life of Mrs. Claudia Donaldson, and her portrait is now downstairs in the hallway on the first floor. And thank you very much for your proclamation tonight. We appreciate that. We had a tourism booth at the Lincoln County Fair, and 13 of our businesses were able to promote their business by volunteering in our booth. Also wanted to remind everyone that we are taking nominations for the Governor's Volunteer Stars Awards, and these applications are for adults and for youth, and the deadline is October 24th. You can give us a call at the Chamber for more information. Glad to have our leadership group here tonight, and the Chamber Student Advisory Board will be touring Buckley Farms on Thursday, and they toured FPU last month. So congratulations to the new commissioners. I look forward to reporting to you throughout the year and getting to know you and work with you. And if you have any questions about anything with the Chamber, just give us a call. We'll be glad to help.
Any questions or comments from Ms. Carolyn? Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
I think we're ready for our budget committee report. Commissioner Blythe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Budget committee of the county legislative body of Lincoln County met pursuant to due notice in the Lincoln Central County on October 4, 2022 at 6 p.m. All members present. Item 1, county maintenance supervisor reviews presented as follows. A, repurchase of the health department generator to service both the election office and the finance department for a cost of $6,500.
Ricky, they're saying back there they can't hear you.
Is that right, Brenda?
I know it.
A little louder.
And it looks like most of them are older. They're saying that.
We'll try. Sounds like a period of reverb coming.
Yeah, it's-
But anyway, we had a motion by Commissioner Ewing, seconded by Commissioner Sanders. Passed unanimously to recommend approval of generator cost of $6,500.
And we got an update on that Fred and Ricky. Ricky always give it's a good update.
Let me come forward.
Well, let them in the back hear this one.
Okay. Well, when the budget committee met, we had sought approval for a grant to cover the cost of installing this generator, which we got gifted the generator from the health department. And so we have been approved for that grant, so it will be to the cent refund. All we got to do is show them the check. So that, the cost of that will be covered. So that's some good news.
Okay, we will still have this emotion on it, understand we're gonna get our money back on
Yes,
this.
right.
We may have to pay for it before we get our. refund.
Correct, yes.
So let's continue, I'd entertain a motion, to the effect of that, $6,500. Commissioner Gumpenberg makes that motion, seconded by Commissioner Douglas. Any questions? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Commissioner Bryant?
Motion by Commissioner, it's a Lee Company proposal to replace circuit one on the integral chip here at the courthouse. And motion by Commissioner Bryant, seconded by Commissioner Taylor, and passed unanimously to recommend approval of the Lee Company's proposal in the amount of $15,331 to replace the integral in the chip.
Okay. What's the will of the commission on this item? Commissioner Bryant makes a motion for approval. Commissioner Spray seconds. Any questions? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Commissioner Bryant?
Item 1C, asbestos abatement, Market Street property, has been sent out for bid. The bids will open on October 26, 2022, in the finance department. Once we get the asbestos removed, we can see what walls can be removed.
Okay.
Item 2,
I think we've taken care of that already in previous business. But if y'all want it to go through the budget, we can go ahead and do that too. I think we should have. You're looking at it. It has been approved. Okay. Let's go to item 3.
Item 3, planning and zoning director Nancy Harris request. We have a motion by Commissioner Cunningham, seconded by Commissioner Sanders, passed 6 yes, 2 no. Recommend approval of the request to transfer 2014 Nissan Xterra to Doug Campbell, fire chief and LA director, and approve the additional $10,000 for planning and zoning for purchase of vehicle.
What's the will of the commission on this item? Mr. Ewan makes that motion. Do I have a second? Commissioner Walker seconds. Any questions or comments on this item? All?
Yes, I do. Please.
Commissioner Ambrose?
Yes, I would just like to say, I just feel like we need to go back and find a vehicle that's already budgeted. I believe we can find one. It doesn't have to be a brand new one. You can find a very nice, low mileage 20 or 21 vehicle for what they're worth.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Why don't we have a roll call vote, not a roll call, but a computer vote on this? Okay.
Now, when I do that, someone had made the motion and the second on their tablet already, instead of it being Ewan and Walker, the motion was Walter and Douglas, so I might be able to undo that and mark it the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. When we do vote, a yes vote would be approving what was in your packet. A no vote was going back, like Commissioner Hambrick suggested, that we'd start over, looking for a cheaper.
You can vote on your tablet for this item.
What?
Yes or no on this item?
Yeah.
14 yes.
Okay.
6 no. People absent.
Okay, it requires 13, positive votes for it to pass. We have 14, so that, amendment, does pass. Next item, Mr. Bryant.
Item 4, solid waste director Gentry presented the following items. A, 101 general fund budget amendments. I have a motion by Commissioner Taylor, seconded by Commissioner Hamlet, passed unanimously, to recommend approval of the attached 101 general fund amendment.
What's the will of the commission on this item?
Move to approve.
Mr. Taylor makes that motion for approval. Do I have a second? Second. Commissioner Douglas makes a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Mr. Bryant?
C, 131 highway fund budget amendment. I have a motion by Commissioner Ewing, seconded by Commissioner Bradford, and passed unanimously, to recommend approval of the attached 131 highway fund budget amendment.
What's the will of the commission on this item?
Move to approve.
Commissioner Taylor makes a motion, Commissioner Cunningham seconds. Any discussion? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Mr. Bryant?
C, 141 general purpose school fund budget amendment. I have a motion by Commissioner Taylor, seconded by Commissioner Bradford, passed unanimously, to recommend approval of the attached 141 general purpose school fund budget amendment.
Okay, what's the will of the commission on this item?
Move to approve.
Commissioner Sprague makes a motion, and I didn't. Commissioner Douglas seconds. Any discussion on this item? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Mr. Bryant?
Financial report. Motion by Commissioner Bryant, seconded by Commissioner Ewing, passed unanimously, to recommend approval of the closed financial report.
We have a motion covering the financial reports approval.
Four.
Commissioner Bryant makes a motion for approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Taylor seconds. Any questions on this item? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Unanimously approved. Mr. Bryant?
Item 5, seeing no further business to continue, we have a motion by Commissioner Bradford, seconded by Commissioner Taylor, passed to adjourn. Go ahead, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Our next item, notary public, Madam Clerk.
Tess Rowland by Commissioner Bradford, Val Bagley III by Commissioner Cunningham, Christie Gentry by Commissioner Nix, Michelle Constanza by Commissioner Hambrick, Melissa Simmons by Commissioner Cunningham, Debbie Minor by Commissioner Brown.
Any additions? Entertain a motion for approval that is then. Commissioner Mitchell makes that motion. Do I have a second? Commissioner Haynes seconds. Any questions or comments? All in approval of that list, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. They're unanimously approved. Floor is now for new business. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am the chair of the Law Enforcement Committee. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Department was allocated $36,830 from the American Rescue Plan to repave the parking lot. Since then, the bid has risen to $48,858, a difference of $12,028. Due to the increase of fuel prices from day to day, we can't guarantee the increase of $12,028 will be sufficient. The Law Enforcement Committee met last Thursday evening and after much discussion, voted unanimously to approve $15,000 increase to pave the parking lot with the understanding any monies not spent will be returned to the American Rescue Plan funds. The total comes to $51,830. I am hereby making a motion to approve the additional $15,000 towards the paving of the Sheriff's Department parking lot with the understanding any leftover monies will be returned to the American Rescue Plan funds. So I have.
Does this not have to go back to budget?
Well, we discussed that, and we got the chair of the budget committee, Doug Cunningham, and so it's okay to go ahead with it can vote on this under new business.
Just a quick thing, Mr. Chairman. The reason for that was because the recent OPEC changes, fuel is going crazy. Of course, oil and paving are just like this. But this was an item that we had discussed for quite some time, for 6 or 7 years, is paving of this lot. And we had allocated money back in the spring, the third, was it 36,000?
36,800.
So this was an item where felt like needed to go ahead and move quickly to get this thing paid for the way this
It's
thing is
changing
going.
day to day.
I understand, I'm just, it's not, I don't think the procedure is proper, but y'all make that decision whether you vote it up or down. So, we have a motion, that does not have a second yet on
It's a second be on your tablet, please.
No,
Oh, I'll have, you wanna make the second?
it. Okay, floor's open for discussion.
Well, not really discussion, I guess. The American Rescue Plan is stretched pretty thin. Most of those dollars have been allocated. And I probably pay about as much as anybody around, what I do, but, we have sometimes wait. Well, I don't have that plan in front of me tonight, but I don't know if those dollars exist within that plan. So, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. Well, I still don't have it in front of me. I'm not necessarily opposed, but I do think that I need that document in front of me. If you have time to look at it, to make a proper decision. So, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you.
Any other-
Choosing that, JT.
Before we do any right currently, 143,183. 143,183. Unnominated.
And that comes what?
We need another 15,000, because 51,800 service.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we got 15 or not. That's what I'm talking
Do we have 15, JT?
Yes.
about. We'll take away from something else, won't we?
Right now, there's 143,000 that's not been allocated to anything.
But we have talked about the items that we were going to use that for.
We have, and we talked about the projects that we have listed on here, either coming in above, possibly below, it would go back into the queue, so to speak. But if it come in, below or over, just that one.
I think Commissioner Brad Rand had his hand up.
Well, I'm new in the commission here, so just getting up to speed on the parking lot. But one understanding is this can's been kicked down the road for several months now, or several months, years. The longer we kick it down the road, the higher the cost is gonna be. And I'm sure we have 15,000 in this art money to come up with. I mean, I think there's 250,000 that's allocated to something that may not be used anyway. So, I mean, there's money in this to be used. Let's use it to a good source. It's for public and it don't, it's out there in the public's eye and see it.
Any other commissioner? Commissioner Cunningham, you had your hand up that you still want to speak?
No, sir.
Okay.
Would the chair want to entertain a motion to suspend the rules, two-thirds vote, and that would get it?
I would feel better about it. I hate setting a precedent on it. But if we suspend the rules, I have no problem with it. Y'all understand when we suspend the rules, if we say our process is go for budget first, then we say we'll suspend that rule in process. Once that's done, then we can vote on it. And we take 2/3 to suspend the rule, simple majority pass the motion. Yes, sir.
I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, but it's not necessarily a rule in my opinion. I mean, literally, this body could say to move to sell a courthouse. If it gets 13 votes and it passes, nothing has to go before the budget. Anything can come before this commission to be voted on at any time if it gets enough votes. I don't want to set a precedent of having to suspend the rules for a reason that I don't think we don't have to suspend the rules.
We don't have that motion in front of us.
That's just my vote, and that's my comment. Thank you, Mr.
Unless the commissioner makes that motion, it's not on the floor. Tim, I recognize you.
The thing about this asphalt is it's a timing issue. If we don't get it done pretty quick, the weather's gonna catch up with us. We're pushed out to springtime, and then, you know, the cost could go up, just depending on the oil prices, where this asphalt is.
Okay.
Just a
Commissioner
question,
Nix.
obviously, I'm new to commission as well, but, I'm assuming it's already had bid it out, and is there a winning bid to it? Who would be doing the work, I guess?
Well, it'll be Tony Groves from, Lincoln Paving.
It's bid through the county.
Okay.
So to answer your question, we do have a bid right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Commissioner, I gotta ask if any other commissioner, before we go back to a commissioner on second, anybody else, if not, I recognize, Commissioner Bradford.
Going off of what Mr. Gill here said, I mean, if we wait another, kick this down the road again and do a procedural or suspend the rules or whatever, if this don't pass and we wait into the spring next year, this cost will triple. And then if it triples, we're way out of budget.
Okay? Okay, Commissioner, I recognize Commissioner Bryant.
Tim, you think that, that's pretty reasonable, you think it's reasonable, it's not gonna get any cheaper than this?
No, it's not. That's a good price for parking lot. They had $15 a ton for parking lots, because it's more tedious and time consuming work to do a roadway or something like that. The oil index is based, every month they set an oil index. That's what asphalt prices are based off of, the oil that goes in the asphalt. And it changes every month. So if fuel prices go up, it goes up, and if it comes down, say, a couple of years ago, our oil index was $450. Right now, it's at $850.
I
So,
feel like it'd be wasted money if we did not do this
yeah, I mean, it's a good price. I mean, it's more of a timing issue. If we don't get something next month or two, it's going to have to be pushed out the line.
Okay? Any other questions or comments? Okay, y'all vote. Yes.
A yes vote on this.
A yes is to approve the $15,000 additional dollars for paving the parking lot at the jail. Okay.
Motion is 20 in favor, no vote, or absent.
Okay. 20 yes votes. So it's unanimous votes.
No
So
votes.
it's unanimous of both present. Motion passes. Okay, floor is still open for new business. Now somebody,
That's enough, just,
okay, are you, requesting they be recognized?
I think so, yes, sir.
Okay, any objection? It's your turn to talk.
Reference, please.
Okay,
You reference sunshine.
yes, sir.
Explain to me what
Yes, sir. Ernie Rowland, right? Okay. Ernie Simmons.
first year.
Yes, sir, I can. Sunshine law is a basis of democracy that we don't have behind, open public meetings influence our decision in what affects the public. You and I, if we were commissioners, we could talk about anything besides business. You cannot influence outside of a public advertised in an open public meeting, anything about the business that would come before the commission.
I just want to make sure I understand.
Yes, sir.
So when you have meetings in your office behind closed doors and other commissions, is that what sunshine?
It would be if we discuss business, yes, sir.
I just want to make sure we're all the same level.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, so if you have meetings in your office behind closed doors and other commissions.
To influence business, yes, sir.
Make sure that's it. I mean, like,
Anything else? Any other new business?
to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, do I have a second? Commissioner Burns, Martin, second, all in favor of adjournment, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. We are adjourned.